Learning to receive is the greatest gift that you can do, not just for your financial reality, but also for your life and living. In this video, I'm going to share 4 secrets to receiving that might just change everything for you. Secret number 1 is actually a lot of people are unwilling to receive. They're unwilling to receive certain things or certain people, and often it's even a secret to ourselves. And there's things that we absolutely know that we're unwilling to receive. But if you're not able to get clear, acknowledge what these things are, and make a change, you're always going to have this barrier to receiving. You're always going to have this limitation going on. So what I'm going to actually do is ask you a question, and I'm going to invite you to write it down. Write it down on a piece of paper. Maybe you have a notebook that you like to journal in. Maybe you're more on your phone in your notes. Write this down and start to get clear on some of the insane things going on in your world that are keeping you from receiving. Are you ready? Okay, here's the question. So what are you absolutely unwilling to receive that, if you were willing, would manifest as total abundance? And write down everything that's coming up. Maybe it's receive judgment. Maybe it's receive kindness and love. Maybe it's receiving help. Oh, that's a good one. What is it for you? What are you absolutely unwilling to receive? Maybe it's to receive people being angry at you or frustrated. We actually put up these walls and barriers to these things so that if you're unwilling to receive someone being angry and frustrated at you, then you can never choose something that maybe would make you a ton of money, but someone might be a little bit angry at you for it. Is that really creating your life? Or is that letting other people control your life? Now, getting aware of this doesn't mean that you run out and you do all of it. It doesn't mean that you start to create a life where people are judging you or people are directing anger at you. But when you get clear on what you're unwilling to receive, that clarity allows you to now be in the choosing position. It's the things that are running in the back of our world that we're not aware of that actually dynamically limit us. Then you have the choice to choose something, even though it might make someone angry, but it's going to make your life greater. Or you could still not choose it, but you now have a space of a willingness. So if you're willing to receive anything and everything, then the universe can deliver anything and everything. But when you put up all of these walls and barriers to receiving, then you're putting up walls and barriers to money, to the universe, to all that would contribute to you. Okay, so get clear on all the secret and not so secret places that you're absolutely unwilling to receive, and acknowledge that what you're unwilling to receive creates a limitation of what you can have. Number 2, secret number 2, give and take is not receiving. So this world is kind of based on an exchange system, right? I give you money, you give me the product. I give you my time, you pay me as my employer. There's this give and take and give and take. We often do this in relationship as well. I gave you a massage, you give me a massage, among other things. We create this give and take universe, but that is actually not the gift that receiving can be. It's a bit of a tally system. Now, just notice that in your world, the people that you have a give and take relationship with. And now look at where you might have a gifting and receiving. Yeah, totally different energy, isn't it? There's gifting and the receiving. And when you're truly functioning from gifting and receiving, when you gift something to someone, you are receiving. You're receiving a sense of joy. You're receiving their gratitude. There's this beautiful receiving going on and this beautiful gifting going on, which creates these elements that allow you to be in true communion with people around you, the people you care, but also everyone and everything, including the universe. So notice where you have bought into the give and take system. That doesn't mean that you don't pay for things in the store. But also notice where you can institute more of that gifting and receiving, because these are the secrets to receiving. And part of it is to identify, when are you taking, when are you receiving, when are you giving, and when are you gifting. All right, the third secret is receiving is easier than we think. Now, I know for me personally, 9 years ago, that was not a reality for me. Receiving was probably one of the hardest things in it that I thought, the hardest thing to choose, because I was a gifter, a giver actually. Give of myself, of my time, of my energy, of my heart. Give. And I looked at receiving as, well, a lot of things going on. So look at this for you. Are you a giver? Are you a taker? Are you a gifter? Are you a receiver? What if receiving was actually easier than you think it is, but no one's really teaching how to receive on this planet? So I'm going to give you a little exercise, and I want you to think about the last time that you walked outside and the sun touched your face and you just received it. Or when you stepped out into the ocean and you felt that warm water splashing over your feet and you received it. Now, you're not taking anything from the sun when it shines and you walk within its rays. You're not taking anything from the ocean when your toes play in it. You're actually receiving the gift of it to your body. Nature is a great place to start to get clear on what receiving is, because we have less of these give and take paradigms going on. So what if receiving was easier than you think it is? And you can apply this. So now get that same sense of when you just receive the sun, and now think of maybe embracing someone and giving them a hug. And they're there in that hug with all of everything that they desire to gift to you. Their caring, their adoration, their acknowledgement, and maybe much, much more. And what if you actually just received them, received the hug like it was sun on your face? And you might have to practice. Receiving is something that often we have to practice because we are so entrained into the give and take. We are not very well practiced at receiving. Past a certain age, we're now supposed to jump into the give and take. When you're an infant, you're basically just receiving continuously. You're receiving adoration, you're receiving smiles, you're receiving kisses and touch and food and nourishment. You are in this continuous receiving. And then at some point in your life, you are supposed to start performing and start doing stuff for others and start giving back. And the entrainment of life goes on from there. So look at this space of receiving and start to add it to parts of your life and see what starts to show up. Okay, number 4. The universe is actually endlessly abundant. You know, that's a big secret. It's a big secret, and we have often been told a lie that says something very different. It shows us a universe of lack. It shows us struggle and strife. But what if the universe was actually so immensely abundant? So receiving from the universe is not taking from the universe. It does not lack anything when you receive from it. It actually has when you receive from the universe, it is a gift to the universe. And when you give to the universe, then you get to receive infinitely too. It's not what you think it would be like, but you can apply that same thing with the sun, right? So the sun is shining and it's there. The universe is here. It's here. The universe and the energy of money. And we're going to talk in this video about the energy of money and what that is a little bit more. The energy of money is something that's just here abundantly. It's part of the universe and you can receive it. You can also receive its caring. You can receive its acknowledgement of you. There's infinite receiving available from this endlessly abundant universe. And just notice, if it's making you small, if it's giving you a sense of lightness, then that means it's true for you. So all those lies that you bought about the lack of the world and the struggle of the world and the minimal resources and the minimal this and the minimal of that, take your energy out of all of that, because your energy feeds that. It holds it in place. If you take your energy out and you start to notice the abundance around you, you start to feed that. This is the energy stuff, right? So if you look at kind of untouched nature, nature that hasn't been stripped and taken from humans, how abundant is it? The soil is rich. The animals, the insects, the foliage, it's so rich and abundant and infinitely giving to each other. The fruit gives to the animals and the animals give to the soil and the soil gives to the trees and the sun gives to all of it. It's this huge symphony of communion going on. There is no give and take. It is a receiving and a gifting. So what can you receive now if you institute these 4 secrets of receiving into your life right now, today? What would be possible for you? See you in the next video.